Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have the pleasure of sitting down with a gentleman from the community that getting a project together that I know that everybody can get behind. Something that I used to do a little bit of when I was a younger kid was planting, farming. Today we're being joined by none other than Mr. Eric L. Simpson with the West Georgia Farmers Cooperative. Eric, welcome to the show.
Hey, Alton. Glad to be here.
Good to have you on the show, man. You know, I think about, I was kind of reminiscing there before when I was there introducing you. I remember growing up down in the country. My stepfather had about 100 acres of land, and I always tell people I think we farmed just about every acre of it, I believe, because we had things from, you know, corn, peas, green tomatoes, all of those things. You know, and you're embarking on something of that nature as well. But Eric, before we jump into talking about that, tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, my name is Eric Simpson, and I am from Troup County. Born and raised in Troup County, lived in LaGrange pretty much all of my life. Went to school here, high school, college, worked here for a large part of my career. And of course, I continue to reside here in Troup County. I actually live out in the Gray Hill area, where I, have a small farm, and I am a community advocate, and of course, and I just do a bunch of things.
Yeah, sounds like it. Okay. Yeah, Gray Hill. I know that's where starting my education. I went to Gray Hill Kindergarten out there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that's been many, many, many moons ago. I'm not even sure if the building is still standing down there anymore.
Yeah, it's like a community center now.
It's okay. Yeah, I haven't been out that way in quite some time. But we're here today, Eric. We're going to talk about the West Georgia Farmers Cooperative. What is West Georgia Farmers Cooperative?
Sure. Yeah, West Georgia Farmers Cooperative is an agricultural cooperative that was founded in 1966 by a few pioneering men and women down in the Harris County area. Originally started as the Harris County Cooperative, but then of course it expanded, and of course, and today we still consist of people within the food system, primarily farmers, chefs, food crafters, vendors, community advocates, consumers, just people that are just interested in economic empowerment in building food systems, and of course in rebuilding our community through food and through cooperative economics.
Okay, very good. So it started out as the Harris County Cooperative and now the West Georgia Farmers Cooperative. How can people get involved with something, or why should people be involved with something like this, Eric?
Absolutely. There's various reasons that a co-op or this co-op, West Georgia Farmers Cooperative, may resonate with your values and interests. Number one, you're probably concerned about your food and the food system, and you want to have greater access to more local, higher quality food. You want to keep your food dollars in your community, and you want to ensure that family farms are still alive and valuable and a part of our food system. So that's one reason that you would get involved with a co-op or West Georgia Farmers Co-op. Another reason is that you're concerned about our community, and of course, and you want to be a part of the solution of rebuilding the economics of our community and finding needs and filling those needs that exist within the community, such as food, such as finance, such as just a valuable economy, housing, various things. They can all be accomplished through cooperative economics and working with a community-owned, with a community-owned organization, a community-owned business and enterprises to achieve those solutions.
So many great things. I want to come back to that in just a moment. We're talking about food quality, family farms, and Eric, not only are you involved in those things, but you're taking it a step further. I know that you have plans to do a development along the corridor, which is in the heart of an African American district, there on Hamilton Road. Talk a little bit about your plans for that area.
Yeah, absolutely. We are in the process of, like I mentioned, we are building out a food system. And one of the places that we want to implement this model is on Hamilton Road. In August of 22, we purchased roughly 2 acres right there on the main corridor for the purpose of building what we call a co-oplex, which is a short term for our cooperative economic development complex. And what that co-oplex will consist of is a grocery store, a credit union, a shared commercial kitchen, gas islands, and a community room, all on that 1.8 something acres. And so that is our way of re-stimulating economic activity, filling a need, making sure that people in that area, in that community, which was once a thriving economic district, and is still a very valuable area as far as size and number of people, but there's not any really thriving enterprises within that community. And so we want to meet that need. We want to fill that need through the co-op model. And so we will address the need of food, finance, maybe a few jobs, and just kind of create a hub of economic and social and cultural activity through this development.
Very good. And you're talking about, and going back to food quality here, why is it so important, as farmers within the co-op? I'm going to assume, and you correct me where I'm incorrect, that there's a lot of the things that you all use are natural from the earth and no pesticides. So talk a little bit about that when we talk about food quality.
Yes, we are committed to the growing practices that are regenerative, sustainable, is natural and mimic nature as much as possible, because that's studies, science have proven that that's the most nutrient dense food that's out here. And as consumer tastes change, and as consumers become more educated and aware, that's what people want to feed themselves and their children, of course. And so we want to be able to have that as an option. Some people, of course, we have regular conventional farmers and produce within our co-op mix as well, but we want to make sure that those that need and want and are willing to purchase high quality, lesser processed foods, they'll have an option to do it in this area. Where historically these communities have been the areas where some of the worst, most highest processed, most GMO type food has been kind of dumped, and of course, and we've had the health maladies to show as a consequence of it.
Absolutely. So in your project there on Hamilton Road, these high quality foods will be offered, and I also hear there's be a kitchen. So you'll be giving cooking lessons or training individuals. Is that
right? It's going to be a shared commercial kitchen. That will be able to incubate culinary entrepreneurs as well as do some light culinary processing for the food that we'll make available in the store as well. Yeah, and we're talking about ownership, because you talk about cooperative, the ownership of this. Who will actually own this, Eric, if you don't mind? The people, the community. So as we started out in 1966, there was 7 founders, but the co-op itself consisted of about 80 farmers and their families, their wives and their children. And of course, and it was anchored with them, and of course, and they pooled resources, aggregated produce, sold into larger markets. They shared in ownership, they shared in governance responsibilities, and they shared in surplus revenue, profits, whatever the case may be. And of course, and they just continued to regenerate, build a business through their growth, through their profit, and of course distribute revenue appropriately in accordance with patronage dividend, like most co-ops do. And of course, and so anyone that is on board with our mission, vision, and values and want to be a part of this, they can join our co-op by simply just going online and of course and subscribing first, and then of course you can join, and it's $20 a year to join, and then of course later on if you want to do some other things, have more stake in equity, there's a path to that as well. But the introductory and initial membership into West Georgia is $20 a year.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, you can join a co-op by simply taking the initiative.
Okay, and I know there's a website. We'll put that information up a little bit later on. And as we get ready to close out, in conjunction with what you're doing, this past week there was a Foodtopia event that was held on Saturday, May the 4th. Were some of the items that you are growing at your location, is that correct? Or there's a community garden where these items came from, correct?
Well, the community garden is the site.
Okay.
And of course, and we will be doing more markets there in the upcoming months and the year. But yes, that event featured not only products from West Georgia, but some other co-ops that we are connected with.
Okay.
Some other growers that we're connected with, other food vendors that we're connected with, and we all came together to offer this high quality, highly crafted food to our local communities so that they can get a taste of what's to come through the at the co-op place at the grocery store.
Very good. Last question, Eric, before we close out. Comparatively to the foods that we go to the store, because when you talk about trying to eat healthier, the cost is sometimes escalated. Can you give us a comparison the cost-wise?
Yeah, it's pretty much comparable. Now, we will have what we call hyper-local. Okay. Food at this location.
Hyper-local.
Hyper-local means like down the road.
Okay. So you don't have far to transport.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So that's a part of the mix as well, because we take into consideration climate sensitivities.
Okay.
And as far as the difference in food, of course, your supermarkets can't offer you hyper-local like we'll be able to offer you hyper-local.
Very good, very good. Eric, I'll tell you, I'm excited about the project and definitely want to do whatever we can do to kind of help bring this to fruition. And I know that, you and the other co-ops and farmers there would definitely make sure that it comes to fruition. And, definitely to eliminate a food desert in a lot of cases. So definitely thank you for being my guest today and sharing this information, and anything that we can do to help get the word out and push this along, let us know.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back, City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Now's our time to be joined by Lynne Holle from Visit LaGrange, and she will tell us about all the things taking place in and around LaGrange. Lynne, I know that you have a wonderful lineup because the weather is getting absolutely gorgeous, so let's hear all about it.
Thank you, Alton. Good morning. I'm Lynne Holle from Visit LaGrange. Welcome to City Scenes. Today I'm going to be telling you about some of the events that will be happening in and around our area during the week of May 6th through May 12th. So let's get started. Friday, May 10th at 8 p.m., Trace Adkins at Sweetland Amphitheater. In his 25-year career in country music, Trace Adkins has sold over 11 million albums, charted over 20 singles, earned numerous awards and Grammy nominations, and garnered over 2 billion streams. A Grand Ole Opry member for nearly 2 decades, the Louisiana native is known for his dynamic baritone, always memorable live performances, and has expanded his country career to include film and TV acting. Gates will open at 6:30 p.m. and the show begins at 8. For tickets, go to sweetlandamp.com. Saturday, May 11th at 8 a.m., Leaving LaGrange Better Than We Found It litter cleanup at Calumet Park, located at 109 Union Street in LaGrange. The City of LaGrange will be hosting its Leaving LaGrange Better Than We Found It litter cleanup Saturday, May 11th from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. We will meet at Calumet Park, located at 109 Union Street in LaGrange, Georgia. Our partner for this event is the Calumet Park Neighborhood Association, Inc. The public is welcome to participate. Saturday, May 11th from 10 to 4, the Strawberry Fest at 410 Abbotsford Road, LaGrange. Abbotsford Farms' first annual Strawberry Fest. Food trucks, artisan vendors, face painting, inflatables, petting zoo, and strawberries. You do not want to miss this family fun event. Also Saturday, May 11th, beginning at 10 a.m., it's Yoga in the Vines at Nutwood Winery. Yoga in the Vines is the self-care in the fresh air that you've been missing. Under the shade of 200-year-old pecan trees, let your troubles fade away and your mind be clear to step into a new day. Enjoy a beginner or intermediate 1-hour yoga practice and short meditation with options for the first-time participant to the seasoned practitioner. Each session is $15. We ask that you bring your own mat and any other props you enjoy for your practice, such as blocks or straps. However, only the mat is necessary for the practice. Saturday, May 11th from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m., it's the 17th annual picnic in the garden at Hills and Dales Estate. Come out Saturday, May 11th for the 17th annual picnic in the garden, which will be located in the Pecan Grove. This enjoyable family-friendly tradition is a great way to celebrate Mother's Day with loved ones. Activities include a picnic spread contest, pony rides, live music, face painting, and yard games for all ages. If you would like to participate in the picnic spread contest, pick up an entry number upon arrival for the picnic from 11 to 12. Winners will be announced at 12:30 p.m. Admission to the garden is free to anyone who brings a picnic basket and a blanket. Saturday, May 11th at 7:30 p.m., Barry Waldrop, Chris Reeves, Wes Flowers will be at Pure Life House of Music. Come and enjoy the music with banjo, mandolin, and guitar, bringing a good time with a wild mix of blues, bluegrass, and southern rock. For tickets, go to purelifelagrange.com. So Alton, these are just a few of the events that will be happening in and around LaGrange during the week of May 6th through May 12th. There's so much music to enjoy and strawberry picking and everything that everybody should be able to get out and enjoy some fun and stay safe.
Wow. Lynn, that is a wonderful lineup of things outside. People can get out and enjoy everything, the music, strawberry, the picnics, just a number of things. So we definitely know that people will be getting out and enjoying all of those events. So once again, we want to thank you for joining us and sharing that information with us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining City Week this week. My guests have been from the West Georgia Farmers Cooperative. I had on Eric Simpson as he talked about the project that he will be bringing to the Hamilton Road Corridor to help with food quality and help to sustain family farms. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed this interview, and as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.